Have you ever had one of those moments that made you question everything? A moment so strange, so bizarre, that it made you wonder if reality itself was just a little off. What if the universe is just a simulation, and we're all living inside a giant computer game with a few glitches? Today, we're diving into 3 unbelievable stories from Reddit that are so wild they might just make you a believer. The first story comes from a Reddit user named overextended_balloon. It was a New Year's Eve dinner in Argentina, and the atmosphere was buzzing. Picture this: a big, white, round table, a huge family gathering, all eating outside on a warm summer night. Everything was completely normal until the narrator got up to go inside for a quick second, maybe to grab a drink or use the bathroom. When they came back out, everything was gone. Not just the people, but the entire setup, the table, the chairs, the plates, everything vanished. The yard was completely empty, silent. It was as if no one had ever been there at all. They walked back into the house, which was open concept, making it impossible for a crowd of people to hide. Nothing. No sounds. No crickets. Nothing. After frantically searching for what felt like an eternity, about 10 minutes, they went inside to sit down and try to process what just happened. Suddenly, they heard the toilet flush. Their cousin walked out, and when they told her everyone was gone, she just gave them a weird look and left. Panicked, they mustered up the courage to go back outside, and there they were. Everyone, sitting at the table, eating, laughing as if nothing had ever happened. When the narrator asked where everyone went, the entire family looked at them like they were crazy. To this day, no one else remembers anything out of the ordinary happening that night. The narrator thought they might be losing their mind until a friend brought up the idea of a glitch in the Matrix. It's a surreal, unexplainable moment that makes you wonder if our reality is just a little more fragile than we think.
Our next story is a chilling coincidence that will make the hair on your arms stand up. Reddit user DanTheMan152000 was working at a hospital, taking care of an elderly husband and wife who were both admitted for pneumonia. It's pretty rare for a couple to be in the hospital at the same time, which already made the situation unique. Later on in his shift, he got a call from an unknown number. He didn't answer, and the person left a voicemail. The message was strange. "Hey Jeffrey, it's your Uncle Bob. Looks like your Granny and Grampy are sick and both in the hospital. Give me a call back." The narrator thought it was odd but brushed it off. Out of curiosity, he used a hospital phone to call the number back. When Uncle Bob answered, the narrator explained that he wasn't Jeffrey and that the man had the wrong number. But then, curiosity took over. The narrator asked Bob for the names of his Granny and Grampy. You won't believe what happened next. It was the same couple he was caring for right there in the hospital, the same patients he had been checking on all night. He was speechless. He then asked Bob for Jeffrey's number, and it turned out to be just 1 digit off from his own cell phone number. The odds of this happening are simply astronomical. A stranger misdialed a number by a single digit, called a hospital worker, and the person he was trying to contact happened to be talking about the exact 2 patients that worker was currently taking care of. Was it fate? A bizarre coincidence? Or yet another sign that the universe loves to play games with us?
This final story is short, simple, and utterly mind-bending. When Reddit user Feel This Way Again was a freshman in college, they were sitting in a dining hall booth with 3 friends. They had one of those curved plastic soda cups, and at some point, during a round of laughs and jokes, someone accidentally smacked it right off the table. Now, you'd expect a cup of soda and ice to hit the floor with a splash, creating a big sticky mess, but that's not what happened. The cup, along with all of its contents, literally vanished into thin air. There was no spill, no sound of it hitting the ground. The cup was simply gone. Everyone at the table immediately looked under the table and under the seats, but there was nothing. No cup, no soda, no ice. They spent a full 3 minutes searching, completely baffled. The rest of the night was spent trying to make sense of what they had just seen. The group eventually came to the conclusion that it must have been a group hallucination, that the cup was never really there to begin with. But they all vividly remember it being knocked off the table. This story, like the others, forces us to question our own perceptions of reality. Is it possible that everyday objects can just disappear? Have you ever had a moment so strange that it made you question reality? Let us know in the comments below.